Hi, my name is James Braithwaite at Braithwaite Physiotherapy, where we help you to move beautifully. Today we're going to talk about shoulder injuries, rotator cuff injuries to be specific. And these are injuries that can be a total pain in the butt. They can get chronic and they can be extremely frustrating. And it's not just about the damaged tissue at whatever tendon or other structure it is that's damaged. It can also be about the way that our brain and nervous system collects that sensory information and processes it into a perception of pain. And that can be extremely frustrating to work with. Now, interestingly, exercise can help to address both the damaged tissue portion and the nervous system sensory perception portion of this injury. What types of exercises should I be doing, you might wonder? Well, that's a great question. And you'll see a lot of different protocols out there. The research outlines a lot of different prescriptions that a clinician like myself might give to you. Some of them are around motor control, so exercises that train a brain to muscle connection. Some of them are about stability of the joint, and some of them are just about plain Jane strength, so strengthening up the muscles and stimulating a remodeling response of damaged tissue. Now, it's interesting because it may not be that any one particular exercise protocol is better than the others. The research seems to indicate that many different types of exercise intervention can be useful for getting these injuries better. So what I typically suggest is a variety of exercises, a well-rounded exercise protocol without focusing on being perfect in one direction or another. So in this video, I'm going to show you a typical exercise protocol that I would have my patients do maybe 4 times a week. In fact, that's what I'm going to suggest, is that you do this protocol if you have a rotator cuff injury 4 times a week. It takes about 20 minutes, so it's quick and dirty. You can get it done real quick, and I'm going to show you how to do it. You will need a TheraBand, so if you don't have a TheraBand, I'll put a link in the description where you can buy your own TheraBand online, but something simple like an elastic band like this will do. And without further ado, let's get into it. Let's do this exercise protocol. Okay, so I've got my band, and I'm going to start with my band behind my butt, just like so, just underneath my seat. With my palms facing forward, I'm going to do small raises out to the side, like this, for 15 repetitions. Notice how my hands start in a position such that there's just a little bit of band between my hand and my butt. I've got some tension in there. 15 repetitions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are small raises. 7, 8, 35, 45 degrees at most. 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5, makes 15. Next exercise, instead of drawing straight out to the side, we're going to move our arms forward into this diagonal plane, also called a scapular plane, and we're going to do 15 small raises in this scapular diagonal plane, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Okay, so notice that we're doing 15 reps of each of these exercises, and that's going to be the case for all of these exercises, 15 reps. Okay, now palms still facing forward, band still behind our butt. We're going to do forward raises that look like this. Again, 35 to 45 degrees in that range. 15 repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 more. 5. Good. Okay. Next exercise, you're going to bring the band around front. I'm going to have it at my belt level like so. Arms are going to be straight by my side, and I'm going to reach back behind me by, again, 30 to 35 degrees. This is not a big movement. You're going to notice that you don't have a lot of range to reach back behind you. It's small and subtle, not big and bold, okay? As I reach back, I'm trying to avoid letting my shoulders dump forward. I don't want to see this dumping action. So retract your shoulder blades, open up through the chest so that you keep your shoulder blade, or your shoulder, the head of your humerus centered in its socket. So it'll look like this. Band around my belt, arms straight, reach back, drawing my shoulder blade towards the center line. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 more. 5. Good. Okay, now I'm going to grab the end of my band like so. I'm going to step on my band like so. I'm going to start with my hand at my collarbone level. Then I'm going to reach up and overhead and slowly let the band lower, slowly, just like this. I'm going to do, this one I'm only going to do 10 repetitions because it takes a long time. 2, 3. My right side is my affected shoulder. That's the shoulder that I tend to have trouble with. Obviously, make this action happen on your affected shoulder. Notice how I'm lowering in the scapular plane, that diagonal plane. Kind of lost count there. I think that was 6, 7, 8, 9. Woo, nice slow lower. 10. Good. Okay, next exercise, I'm going to take my band, I'm going to hold it in my hands with my palms facing up, like so. My elbows are going to be at my side and bent at 90 degrees, just like so. Holding the band with maybe, that's about 15 to 20 centimeters of band in my hands, I'm going to stretch and spread the band, just like that. 2, 3. Notice how my elbows stay close to my body. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 more. 5. Perfect. Okay, next, let's take our band. We're going to put it around our upper back, like so. I'm going to let the band run under my arm like this. I'm going to grab the band close to my chest wall, like so, on both sides. And I'm going to do a little push out. And at the end of the push out, I'm going to project my shoulder forward, pushing as far away from my body as I can go. So it looks like this, hand at chest wall to all the way projected forward. And I'm going to do 15 repetitions of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 more. 5. Good. Good. Okay, perfect. All right, 1 more. We're again going to take our band. We're going to hold at the end of our band like so. I'm going to get a length of about maybe 1 foot to 2 feet, something like that, maybe a little bit less. I'm going to anchor it at my hip like so. My actioning arm, the pulling arm, this one right here, is going to be reaching down and across my body. This is called a sword pull exercise because it looks like I'm pulling a sword like so, starting down and across and finishing somewhere out here. It could be chest height, it could be shoulder height, or higher. The higher you go, the more challenging it is. I'm going to choose chest height, and let's do 15 repetitions of this. Again, I'm using my affected side here, okay? 1, 2. Notice how I'm breathing out through the exertional phase of each exercise. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 2 more, 4, last one, 5. Good, feels good, I like it. All right, 1 more exercise. This one I'm not going to use a band. I'm going to start with my arms in this, what I call a W position. As you can see, my arms kind of look like a W here. So keeping my arms in this W position to start with, I'm then going to reach overhead and touch my fingertips into this O position, for obvious reasons, with my fingertips touching over my head. So W to O. For the wow, W-O-W, right? Pretty good? At the bottom of this movement, the W phase, I'm going to sort of squeeze my shoulder blades together. So it goes from squeeze to touch, like this. Let's do 15 repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you may notice for some people reaching overhead like this is irritating. 6. So you have to pay attention to your body. 7. If the reaching overhead is a problem, go shallower. Make it a U shape instead of an O shape, right? Or maybe a little bit higher, or all the way to that O. That's 10, I think. May have lost count. 11. Listen to your body though and go to a height that works for you. 12. 13. 2 more. 14, 15. Whew. Okay, that feels good. I like it. So there's a pile of exercises, a good protocol. It's a fairly robust rotator cuff strengthening protocol that we've just done, and you can do this exercise set on your own at home. So if you're doing this protocol, start with at least a couple of times in the week, and you could work your way all the way up to 4 times in the week. It does not have to be done every single day, but as I said, you could do it more often than not, so 4 times in the week. I start with 2 though when I ask my patients to do this on their own at home. So do what works for you, and if you do this regularly over time, over a period of weeks, you should notice an improvement in your situation. If you're unsure of what your shoulder injury is, obviously go and get it checked out with your physiotherapist, and they can help you to make the appropriate diagnosis, and you can discuss with them if this exercise protocol is the right one for you. So until then, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm James Braithwaite of Braithwaite Physiotherapy, where we help you to move beautifully.